It's supposed to be sunnier and warmer today, but you wouldn't know it out here right now. It feels great. We're up early, gonna go for our walk and then get on the road for Asheville. Hi guys, everybody's doing good. Instructions have been sent to Michelle. I heard you, buddy. Asking for your food, talking to me through the door. I'm coming. Let me slide my shoes on. Must be more hungry than normal this morning. Hi, buddy. That's what I like to see, you in such a good mood. Here you go, buddy. Good morning. I swear I fed him last night, including a piece of cheese. Sweet pea. Hey there. Hi. Mom's got a little editing to do before we leave, so I'm going to come spend some time with you, but we're going to walk first. Okay. Your eye looks 100%. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. Did I put your stuff on here? Yeah, I did. I see it. It's like I swear I did. Good morning. Good morning. My hanging basket at the mailbox, it's down to nubs. The ear ate all of the impatiens. I mean, the entire thing. It's basically gone.
Yep.
It's a good thing it was a clearance plant. Well, they're still not done though.
But that's right, but they've taken out those fancy cross tees and that, you know, it's back to more normal looking.
They were staging on our right. You just want to go to South Park. Yeah, we decided we just don't want to deal with walking under them, around them.
Yeah, well, they're not done. But I suspect they'll finish today.
Right, well, they were all over there in the yard, 6 bucket trucks, and the traffic guys are in the environmental parking lot. And they're mowing. Well, they really needed it, but they're mowing. And since they were working on the wires, we're up here again. So our street sweeper cleaner is a Tornado. You remember the name of the company?
No, I'm sorry.
We were watching a YouTube on it last night because we were trying to understand. There's a 55-minute full operational demo video from the company that makes it out there.
Why?
It was pretty interesting. You think these guys are tired of me coming around the corner filming them? I've had 1 or 2 of them look at me like, what is she doing? Well, the car's filming you anyway. It's an easier filming. Yeah, so some of them are down here. There's only 1 bucket truck over on the left. Yeah, well, they were working down here yesterday too.
Now they've taken the wires down across the street.
Oh yeah, and there's a whole bunch of activity over here too, serious activity. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you know, the opener's been giving me fits. I had calibrated it, recalibrated it, but something is still not right. When I recalibrated, I told it to stop out here, but for some reason it's going past that. And if it goes up too high, that causes the cables to get off the spools because it takes all the slack out. So if you don't catch it before the door comes down, if there was slack up there, the slack wraps between the mount and the spool. It's like you know, when you weed whack and the vine gets around the head, it's the same concept here. So that's what's wrong, and I got to unwind the cable.
Yeah, and I guess all I was going to say is there's research on a new garage door opener.
Oh, yeah,
and when JB comes in October, it's on the list.
Well, it just gives JB and I something to do. I mean, I could put it up anytime, but, you know, JB likes to do that kind of stuff, and so we're going to put it up. 2 guys is easier to put up than just 1.
She's such a sweet girl. She's such a sweet girl. She says, Mom, I want to help you edit all of your videos. She goes, you don't really need your hand for typing, do you? Well, don't let your eyes fool you. There are 2 orange cats in the trail. Morris is in the back and Marty's in the front. I think that's Marty taking no, not taking no for an answer. And Morris being stubborn and refusing to move. Hi. Hi. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So I put in the Hickory supercharger, and of course she's telling us we need to stop in Siler City. We don't have quite enough to make it to Hickory. We only charged at 90%. We didn't charge higher. But she says in Siler City we need to charge currently for 0 minutes. So
Yeah, we're not stopping.
well, we're not stopping in Siler City. We might stop in Greensboro to use the restroom.
Right, it's
Winston-Salem, one of those other places between here and there.
Right.
And I haven't plugged in Asheville outlets, but I guess I can do that just to kind of get a sense of
Yeah, let her read
what time we're going to get up there today. I suppose I could have put in the Asheville supercharger, but I didn't think to do that. Let's see, edit trip. Put Asheville outlets on the end. I cannot fathom why it puts the farther away place as the first stop when you edit. It's almost always not what you want. So it's still thinking about what time. Thinking about what time. We're meeting this year behind the outlets, not at the actual supercharger. Wow, that's a long time to be thinking. It's not that complicated. It says it's finding. So now it wants us to stop at some place called Mocksville, which we've never been at before. I have to see where that is, and it says we're going to get to Asheville 4:36 p.m. And it says we need to charge in Mocksville for 10 minutes in order to make Hickory. Okay, so where is Mocksville? It's not some place I've ever heard of before. It's not too far from that supercharger. It's just the other side of Winston-Salem. Let's see where the other superchargers are. Yeah, we have a couple choices coming out on 40, headed toward Hickory. What is number 10 is Clemens. We could stop at Clemens, or I just love it when it takes me not where I was. I'm down here. Thank you, Donnie. Appreciate it. Clemens, and this other one is, so are there 2 in Clemens? Winston-Salem or Clemens, which is the other side of Greensboro. So anyway, we probably have to do a restroom and charge to make Hickory, which is fine. We weren't going to make Hickory, folks, without stopping to use the restroom anyway. I just got on to 421 North as a Black 3 went by. We'll be asking ourselves all day, every Tesla we see, are they headed to Asheville? Are they headed to Asheville? I never forget the very first year we stopped at the supercharger in Greensboro, and Carlos was there and his kids, and Johnny kind of hung out at the supercharger for a little bit, and they were headed to Asheville, and after we charged, we all went on our way. We're basically 14 miles from 85 going around Greensboro, and the sun's come out and it's looking a little nicer.
Yeah, we're still on 421.
And Don's really not dunking along. The other guys are just really going that quick.
Yeah, well, that, I don't know what the speed limit is.
Yeah, Don complains every time he drives Ruby that in FSD with the enhanced visualization you can't see. Well, you can't see the temperature, and you also can't see the speed limit sign.
Yeah.
You can see what the max is, and you can see the current speed, but you can't see the legal speed.
Right.
You can't. And I never even noticed Well, that's because I set it for, you know, 3 or 5 over, and then I just don't think about it anymore. But Dawn likes to verify that Ruby's doing what she's supposed to be doing, because sometimes, you know, they don't. It's 2:37 p.m. and we're coming into Moxville. We did look up that it's a Sheetz. The car is currently saying that we'll be charging for 25 minutes because we're just planning to go to Asheville, not stop in Hickory anymore. Apparently I-40 had super bad accident westbound, I think just the other side of the Hickory supercharger. So a lot of the people headed to Asheville are being rerouted off of I-40 to get around that. And we're just going to do whatever Ruby says to do. So we're not going to try to charge in Hickory, although I think the access to the supercharger is fine. The accident is just on the western side, is my understanding. There's a funky little right turn only cement median thing at this Sheetz, but we managed not to miss the turn in. There's the supercharger.
So we could have came down without coming across from the... Oh, it's in the shade.
It's in the shade. That's nice. The sun was getting a little hot headed west.
Yeah.
And plenty of opening charging.
Yeah.
So these are sideways here at the back, and looking at the numbers, because I didn't look online, this is 250 kilowatt. We went inside, used the bathroom, walked around. I got a bottle of water and some hard-boiled eggs. We're still picking up 92 kilowatts, and Ruby says 7 more minutes of charging needed. Yeah, so it's 3:01 p.m. We'll see in Teslafy how long we've been here. Less than 25 minutes, that was predicted. Still drawing 72 kilowatts. Obviously, we can leave anytime we want to now. 2 hours and 6 minutes into Asheville. Our friend David is out there in this mess somewhere near here, and even though he got routed off of I-40, he still was stuck in traffic, and then up on I-40 it looks like it's still slow. So I don't know, clear out before we get there. After watching a video about this morning's accident, I'll explain more in a minute, chatting with David, looking at the car navigation and looking at Google Maps, Dawn and I have decided to take US Highway 64 up to Lenoir and then back down to I-40 on the other side of Hickory. The accident this morning involved a box truck that collided with another car, left the road and hit a couple trees. The driver was alert on scene, but it took him 20-30 minutes to get him out of the car, and traffic was backed up for several hours. David just went past the new accident, not far from the other accident, and it involved a car and a motorcycle, but the motorcycle guy was up and walking around. But the fire trucks were blocking the left lane, which was appropriate and a good thing to shield the accident scene, and closing one of the left-bound lanes of I-40 again, it's just not good. So we're out here on this nice moving road. It's going to be a little longer drive. Ruby still says we're going to get to Asheville at 24%, and she's saying about 5:35 p.m. So this route might take us a little longer, but hopefully it's going to be a lot less frustrating. FSD doing the roundabout.
Yeah, she did it sweet.
Just don't curb my wheels.
She didn't.
We just entered Lenoir city limits. It's a really beautiful drive. We've not hit any traffic. 1 or 2 cars Dawn had to pass. The one guy was kind of annoying, but
yeah,
I have no complaints about this route at this time. And Lenoir has a Dollar General. Now we feel at home, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is getting back on I-40 where it 64 hits it, although the traffic data does not say this goes on very long, but still, this is not what we were hoping to see.
Well, I guess the other thing is, I don't know why it didn't reroute us over here on 70. I mean, we come this,
Yeah. But Dawn's phone didn't and the car didn't.
Yeah.
So they're in agreement that we should be stuck out here in this right now. So literally it's been not even a mile, but there's a police officer pulled over here on the side with another car. I don't know if it's for a ticket or if they're disabled. And he's helping her change a tire. Thank you. But the lane's not blocked and people were slowed down a lot. Thankfully for them, the car was on the guardrail side. There's the mountains. Hey, we're following a Model X. Yay! They have a mountain plate like the one Kyle had when he lived in North Carolina. You know, vanity plate. So maybe they're local versus coming in from out of town. Hard to say. So there's horrible traffic around coming into Asheville, and I think we saw an overhead sign that said the road's closed at exit 46. We're fixing to get off here at 53B per reroute by the car and Google on Dawn's phone. You know, we never look at the phone except when there's a severe traffic issue. And today, this has been multiple times. It's been not good. It's not been a stress-free drive today, Donnie.
No.
No, anything but, oh, beautiful fall, stress-free. Maybe tomorrow. Hope so. So we don't understand quite what the heck is going on over here, except that 40's closed westbound. It's just not been a good day out here. It's 6 p.m. We left at 12:20ish. It's normally about a 5-hour ride maybe, and we've got 10 minutes to the outlet. So it is, 45 to 50 minutes extra today. So there's the tent for tomorrow's festivities. We're headed in to use the restroom and then around the corner to the supercharger. Yeah, Ruby's down to 38 miles. Dawn's plugging us in. She'll ramp on up. So I asked Dawn last night at 120,000 miles if I could get away with putting one small sticker on my car, and he said sure. So I now have a small sticker on my car. This poor car had a boo-boo last night. A 25-pound trailer hitch came off some car on the interstate on I-40 near the airport in front of it, and hit the car in front of this car, and then hit this car and got lodged down in there. And triangle Tesla name badge string to the rescue so the car could go down the road, and then some extra zip ties for good measure. So throw some extra zip ties in the back of your Tesla in the lower floorboard for emergencies. Oh, poor baby. I'm glad it wasn't any worse though, and all the parking sensors are working and the car's not throwing any alerts, so that's great. Almost didn't make it to the event. So it looks like a full moon. I don't know if tonight is actually the full moon. We ate dinner at Stone Ridge Tavern. It was yummy. I had a bacon cheeseburger and a couple of onion rings. It was good.
I ate all the onion rings. I had a chef salad and onion rings. And we're headed to the hotel now. It's 8:45 p.m. There were no particular scheduled activities tonight, but we had dinner with some of our friends that came into town as strung out from tired of having been on the road with all of that extra traffic today as we were. So it was really good to wind down a bit over dinner and chat with folks. Yeah. Alexa, turn master bedroom on, please. It's dark in here.
I don't think that's gonna work in here, but wouldn't it be great if there was one in here and it had
two light switches anymore.
Well, what's a light switch? Figure it out.
There we go.
Here we go.
Third try was a charm.
It's a pretty nice room for where we're only going to be for a few hours.
Yeah.